Hey everybody, it's Tara Bryan, and you are listening to the Course Building Secrets podcast. All right, guys, today's tip is really all around how do you look at the key systems that you have in your business and how do you automate them to really look at growing and scaling to the next level. So there are two main automation systems in your business that really are essential for you to set up to be able to maximize the effort that you are going through. So today I want to talk a little bit about those. I'm in the process of changing and transitioning one of those main systems to a new one. So it's reminded me of all of the parts and pieces that play into really setting up an automation system, looking at a tool, making sure it does what you need it to do, and leveraging the power that it has so you can really take your business to the next level. All right, so the two systems that you need to have in your business, and these are systems that you can have and then you set them up and then you automate them, right? So you define them and then automate them. So the first one is your sales and marketing system. This is really how you start attracting people to you, how you bring them into your world, how you help them get to know, like, and trust you and your team and your business so they're ready to purchase what you have to offer, right? So you may have the perfect person out there who has a pain, has a problem, and needs what you have to offer. The issue that you have is they may not even know you exist yet, right? They may not know you exist. And then once they find out that you exist, then the next question they have is, well, is this the right person to help me? Do they have the right style? Do they have the right framework? Are they the best person to help guide me through this process, right? And so your sales and marketing system does exactly that. What it does is it brings in the right people, so it starts to attract them. It warms them up in the sense that they get a sense of who you are as an organization, what you have to offer, and whether or not you'd be a good fit. And then the sales process is, once they decide to make a purchasing decision, it's very easy for them to do that, right? Have you ever been in a situation where you've been shopping either online or in person, and it is almost impossible for you to actually buy the thing that you want to buy? I remember I was shopping for appliances for our new kitchen that we're making, and literally I sat in a store for, it was probably 45 minutes waiting for somebody to help. And then it was this, well, you can't order it this way, you have to order it this way, but this isn't working right now, and that isn't doing this, and that. And I just said, forget it. Like, if it's too difficult for me to buy, I'm not going to buy it because it's just a pain. And so it's exactly that same situation for your customers. If they have to jump through a bunch of different hoops in order to buy what you have to offer, they're going to say, forget it, it's too complicated, I'm not doing it. Right? Because if that process is so complicated, then what is it going to be like when they work with you? Is it going to be overcomplicated? Is it going to be convoluted? Is it going to be difficult? Are there too many hurdles, too many kind of things in their path that makes it difficult? Right? So all of these things in the sales and marketing system are critical for you to bring them in, get them sort of acclimated into your world, and then allow them to buy what you have to offer. All of those things need to be organized and in the right order, and then to help you want to automate them, right? So once you've created the system, then you can automate it. Then you can put it into a way that makes it very easy for people to go through it and go through it consistently and have a great experience. So that's the first system, is your sales and marketing automation system. The second system is your fulfillment system. And your fulfillment system is, how do you bring people in as a customer and then fulfill on what you've promised them and get them the results that are part of what you have to offer. And I'm going to tell you that this is the place where most people don't spend as much time as they probably need to, right? If you have a really strong sales and marketing automation system, then typically, and this is a generalization, but typically your fulfillment system isn't as strong. However, if you have a really strong fulfillment system, you may have some gaps or holes in your sales and marketing automation system. And so part of your work as a CEO and business leader in your organization is to make sure that both systems are strong. Both systems are working together to provide that customer an awesome experience so they literally can't even imagine going anywhere else. Right? It's just a complete no-brainer for them that you are the right person, your company is the right company, and your product is the right solution that's going to help them, get started and then grow and continue to work with you as they evolve in their skills or whatever it is that you are helping them with. And so that's what I wanted to talk about today, is really being able to clearly differentiate, clearly articulate, clearly put together the systems that you have in your business, regardless if they're automated. Now, obviously, once they're automated, it changes the game. It makes it easier for you, it makes it easier for them, and it just makes the experience seamless. So, for example, I'll use Amazon as an example, because here's the thing, right? Like, you go out, you order your thing, it comes to the house. Most of the time you get a picture saying, here it is, it's been delivered, and you get a picture of whatever random thing is on your front door, right? And then if, you use it, great. If you need to return it, you quickly go out, you get a QR code, you bring the QR code to UPS, UPS scans it, they take your package, and you're done, right? You don't have to monkey around with, trying to take it to a store or trying to repackage it or do all the things. And so they've created a seamless system for you from purchase, or actually from pre-purchase, right? So from scrolling and trying to find what you're looking for, all the way to if you have to return that particular product. It's a seamless process. It's consistent. I do it the same way that you do it, that somebody else does it. And so it's understandable, it's consistent, it's automated, and it's easy for people to deal with. Now, there are anomalies, there are random things that happen, but overall, it's a seamless process. So as you're really thinking through the experience that you want to create for people, it's really all about how do you define it from the time they come into your world until the time that they've gotten the result that you've promised. And making sure that both sides of that coin are really strong. Your sales and marketing automation system is really strong, and your fulfillment system is really strong. So really looking at both of those and defining those. And, in Learn Academy, we talk a lot about your fulfillment system, right? Because most of the time, like I said, if you've got, your sales and marketing system dialed in, sometimes fulfillment isn't as strongly identified, or vice versa. And so what we do is we really uncover, like, what's your system for each side of the coin, and make sure both are strong, because you don't want to create something that nobody is going to buy, and you don't want to, you don't want to have a strong sales cycle and not be able to fulfill when somebody comes in. And so both of them are super critical to your success, especially as you grow and scale. Another example that I just recently used, and this is kind of a funny example, but it shows you a little bit where my brain is our house is under construction, as you may have heard before in a previous podcast episode. But one of the things I discovered the other day was a Roomba that actually, so I've heard about Roomba for a long time, right? Like, we don't have one, but like I've heard about it for a long time for like carpet. So vacuuming the floor and going back to its little home and, dumping all of that and then starting over. But I've found that there's a mop one that will clean hardwood floors. Now, my whole first level is hardwood floors. So this to me is like a complete game changer. because I have a dog, 3 children, husband, we're under construction, like it's just always a mess, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a game changer that like the little Roomba can actually clean my entire first level and make it shiny, and then go into its little home and dump the water, clean itself, and recharge. Like, that's amazing. But you think about that, like that simple system of before having to mop the floor and vacuum the floor and dust the floor and all the things, right? Where now I can have a little robot go and do that for me, so it's automated and I don't even have to think about it. It's just a system that's working. And so that's my little comparison for you today. A little bit goofy, but just little things like that make a huge difference. So when you're thinking about that experience, or you're thinking about setting up those systems, what are those things that are going to make it simple for people? What are those things that are going to, kind of surprise and delight somebody, right? Like, I could think, oh, well, it'd be great to have this little thing run around and mop my floor, but it's much better that it mops my floor than it goes back to its little home and then it gets rid of the dirty water and cleans itself, and then it's ready for the next thing. Like, I don't want to have to clean it, right? Because I might as well then do it myself if I'm going to do that, because that's the gross part, right? So just little things like that. So think about that as you're setting up your systems. Think about how that experience will go for your user, and incorporate that into what you're doing. All right, so that is my quick tip for today, is really think, first of all, how do I have 2 different systems in my business? I have sales and marketing, and I have fulfillment. How do they connect? How do I start looking at what the experience is from beginning to end for my customers? And number 3, how do I start to automate that? So you literally are creating an awesome experience, automating it so your user is super happy, but you're not intervening, right? Like, you don't have to necessarily be there for them to have an awesome experience, right? Like, I don't have to actually talk to an Amazon person in order to process a return. For me, that's awesome, because I don't want to do that. It's too complicated. I have to find a person. I have to sit on hold. I have to explain my thing. Now I just go out, I get my QR code, I go to UPS, they scan it, it's done in 1 minute, and I'm out, right? Think about that in your business. What are those things that right now you have maybe human intervention for, that you think is maybe a value add, but it's actually something that, if automated, would save you a ton of time and actually serve your people better. All right, so there you go. There is my course building secret for today. If you are interested in talking more about systems, or if this is one of those parts about your business that you're just not exactly sure how to work through, or how to get started, or what systems to use, that is a great reason to reach out. I would love to talk to you about that. We have Learn Academy. We have some other tools and programs that would help you just streamline this whole thing and walk you through step by step how to set up some of this, some of the tech, some of the automation systems, and even just looking at systems as a whole. So reach out to me. In the show notes are different ways that you can become part of our community. You can reach out to me personally, or a member of my team, and really learn how you can look at systems in your business to take it to the next level. All right, there you go. Everybody have a great afternoon. I would love it if you could share this podcast with other people that would benefit from this. Comment, rate it, do all the things so we get more eyeballs on this podcast. All right, there you go. Thank you.
Hey everybody, are you a business owner ready to streamline and scale your business? Imagine solving the biggest business challenges with clarity, a strategy, and a clear plan. Hey, I'm Tara Bryan, and I want to invite you to take the first step towards transforming your business with a free 30-minute discovery call. This call is an opportunity to discuss your goals, identify key challenges, and learn how my mentorship program can help you achieve the success you're aiming for. In just a half hour, we'll explore how you can scale your business by enhancing your authority strategy, engagement strategy, and retention strategy. You'll get personalized advice and a clear path forward. Ready to take the first step? Click on the link below that's in the show notes to book your free discovery call now. I hope to talk to you soon.